Today on the show, Mr. Joe Vitale shares the #1 secret to identifying what your passion is. It's quite revealing and not what you expect. So stay tuned and enjoy. Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell and this is The Inspiration Show. And today I have the amazing and legendary Mr. Joe Vitale with me. Hi Joe, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Boy, legendary. I didn't know I was a legend.
Oh, you're legendary in a few circles, a few circles around the traps, you know.
Around the traps.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here.
Awesome. Now, as you know, this is my Passion Peeps segment. I ask all of my Passion Peeps the same questions. And we like to see how interesting your answers are. So I might just start with our first question, which is just telling us a little bit about your story, because I know that your story is quite interesting and that you actually spent a part of your journey homeless. So can you just give us a little bit of the rundown of your background?
Oh, my. A rundown, huh? You know, I was born in a lower middle class family. But I decided that I wanted to be an author when I was about 16 years old. It just took me about 20 years to make that a possibility. And along the way, there was everything from homelessness to a long period of poverty. There was a lot of struggle. I dealt with everything from suicidal tendencies to melancholy to depression. I was just aggravated. Nothing was working out for me. But my first play was produced in 1979. I was broke before it, and I was broke after it. My first book was 1984, and I was unknown before it. I was unknown after it. But I just kept plugging away. And when I was in Houston in the 80s and early 90s, things started to open up. And then the Internet came around in the 90s. I wrote one of the first books on Internet marketing. And I started to do really well on the Internet. And then along, sometime back, the movie The Secret came along, and I was invited to be in it. And, of course, that transformed me even more and shot me into outer space in terms of recognition. And now, going from homeless and in poverty, I live one of the lifestyles of the rich and famous. I live in a glorious place. I'm having a great time. I'm working on fun projects. I'm an overnight success. If you think overnight was 30 years.
Absolutely. So specifically, what kind of things are you doing now?
Now?
Yep.
Oh, man, I've recreated myself as a musician. In the last year, I've come out with 3 CDs. I'm going into the recording studio in 4 weeks. I'm going to record another CD. So music's become a big passion in my life. But I'm still an author. I have 2 books coming out. One will be at the end of this year, and then there'll be another book coming out at the beginning of next year. And then, of course, I keep my Miracles program. I have a Miracles coaching program going on. I keep that going. I have my blog, which I'm always adding things to. I'm still keeping in relationship with my email list. I'm always creating new products, always telling my list about them. I just keep on creating, and I'm having a blast doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose I would be right in saying that helping others to improve their lives is a bit of a passion of yours, Joe.
Well, that's what it's all about. Somebody told me a while back, and I hadn't thought about it consciously, but the reality is the more people you help, the more you will be helped. Mm. But this can't be some sort of sly manipulation. This has to be a sincere motivation on your part. When you genuinely want to help people, that in turn from the universe, from other people, however you want to look at this, there's an equation where it comes back to you multiplied over. Yeah. So yes, indeed, my mission on earth is to inspire people to go for it and to achieve their dreams. That's my life calling. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing. It's just pursuing my passion in helping other people with their passion.
Right. So I need to ask you, what advice do you have for people that, are specifically trying to figure out what their passion is? How do they identify what that is?
Well, I'll give you the $1 million secret.
Okay.
Look at what you're afraid of. Your fear, yes, your wealth is hiding underneath the thing you're afraid to do. This is a biggie. And my turning point story was I wrote this book called Spiritual Marketing. And I was afraid to release that book. That book was me coming out of the closet, so to speak, and talking about my interest in the law of attraction, metaphysics, New Age thinking. But I didn't want to release the book because I thought, boy, the whole world will think I'm crazy. I finally did release the book. I faced my fears. I came out with that book. A big publisher came out with it, reprinted it as underneath the title, The Attractor Factor. That book became an international bestseller. That's the book that was the reason I was invited to go into the movie The Secret. And that, of course, changed my life dramatically. But I had to face my fear. What I keep telling people is there's probably something you want to do, you long to do, but you're afraid to do it. You talk yourself out of it. You say you don't have the education, you don't have the time, you don't have the experience. You go on and on with all the excuses. But when you face your fear, you start to peel back that flimsy little door that has your passion behind it. And your passion leads you to your success.
Right, absolutely. Now, my next question is, did you have any limiting beliefs that came up for you on your journey? And if you did, how did you overcome them?
Did I have any? I had all of them. I don't think there was any that were left out.
Right.
There was everything from some of the ones I mentioned, like, who am I to do this? I don't have the experience. I don't have the education. I came from a family that didn't read books, and here I was wanting to be an author, wanting to write books, wanting to go out there and make a difference in the written word. I had to face everything, including deservingness. I had to look at the fact that, well, what if I am a success? Can I actually accept that? I didn't think that I had the self-worth for it. So I had to look at self-worth. I had to look at self-deservingness. I had to look at my feelings about success. I had to look at my feelings about failure. I had to look at my feelings about what will everybody else in my family think. There was the whole world of limiting beliefs. And believe me, that's one of the reasons that it was taking so long for me to actually achieve the success I wanted. These beliefs, these negative beliefs, were the barriers in the way of me actually achieving my success. Today we have the internet, we have mind movies, we have all kind of wonderful things that can help us reduce that time period. But when I was going through this, it was me against the world, and the world was winning.
Yeah.
So the limiting beliefs are a huge part of it.
Yeah. So how did you overcome them? How did you get around them?
I read every self-help book that you can find because, thank goodness, we have public libraries, and they've always been free. I lived in them when I was in Dallas and homeless, and I devoured everything I could. As I was reading them, I was questioning myself. I kept asking myself, do I believe some of the things I'm reading? Do I believe the opposite of some of the things I'm reading? A big turning point in my life was when I realized that I was modeling my life after authors like Jack London and Ernest Hemingway, and those people ended their lives as suicides. When I realized that I was putting my mindset on their lifestyle, where it was wise to model their writing style, it wasn't wise to model their lifestyle. When I changed that and faced those beliefs and started to ask myself, who are the authors out there who are healthy, who are productive, who are prolific, who are happy? And I modeled them. Then I started to change everything that was going on in my head to become more successful. That's just one of the many ways that I did it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I have a lot of people, and maybe that you get a lot of this feedback as well. At the moment, a lot of people seem to be dealing or trying to battle with procrastination. Well, what advice do you have for people that are trying to get past this procrastination in their lives?
I'm going to tell you the great big metaphysical secret here.
Yeah.
The world itself rewards people who take action. I have said for the longest time that ideas are coming in from the universe to all kinds of people right now. Most people are not going to dismiss the idea. They'll talk themselves out of the idea. But when you are the one to take action on the idea, you will profit from the idea, and the world is going to recognize you and applaud you and send wealth to you when you take action. Yeah. There's another reason you want to take action when there's an idea that comes to you, though. When we get an idea, we are excited about it. There's all kind of passions there. There's enthusiasms there. There's that rush of energy that comes with an idea. If you take action right then and there, that energy is what you ride to finish the idea. Right. You can bring it into being by taking action now. Procrastination is another self-sabotage. That's one of those things that people use to delay themselves from their own good. So I say when you got an idea, take action. Even if it's a beginning step, do it now and you'll be rewarded. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I have a hypothetical question for you. Right. Okay, so a genie has just appeared in front of you. He's going to grant you... right there, I see her. Yeah.
He's going to grant you one wish, and that wish is to have an intimate dinner with one guest, and it can be anyone from past or present. Who do you choose and why?
Well, supermodels come to mind first, but you know, I wrote a book on P.T. Barnum called There's a Customer Born Every Minute, and I've always been fascinated by Barnum. He was a genius. He was a politician, a best-selling author, an entrepreneur, a showman. I just think he was brilliant, and he would have been amazing to sit down and have a dinner with. So I would say P.T. Barnum.
Oh, excellent. Great answer. Now, I've actually seen some of your memorabilia and know about the work that you did on that. So,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, good choice. Well, Joe, thank you so much for joining me today and going through my Passion Peeps questions. Now, if some people want to find out more about you and the work that you're doing at the moment, where can we send them?
My central website is simply my name, joevitale.com, or they can go to mrfire.com, which is www.mrfire.com. That's a hub to everything.
Great. And I'm really excited because Joe is actually on our monthly SSA call this month. So I'm really looking forward to doing that with you as well. And if you guys want to find out more about that membership, you can just go to mymovies.com/SSA. So thanks again, Joe, for joining us today. Guys, I encourage you to share this video and the information in it. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching this video. Now, before you go, do you want to learn the insider secrets to welcoming more abundance, more love, and more happiness into your life from some of the world's most inspiring personal growth gurus? Then be sure to click the link below now to subscribe to the Inspiration Show community and be one of the first to find out about brand new episodes of the show. You're absolutely going to love what we have coming up in store for you. Plus, you'll instantly receive a free copy of my Manifesting with the Masters video e-course featuring some of the biggest stars from the movie The Secret, teaching you how to manifest your dream life faster and easier than you ever thought possible. So to get your free copy, be sure to click on the link below now. I'm Natalie Ledwell. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. I'll see you soon.